I just came across this article and I thought it was pretty interesting, so I'm going to give it a bit of a read. Genes for strength may protect against disease and early death. Large study finds. Ooh, this is interesting. Some people have genes that make them naturally stronger, according to a largest of its kind study of more than 340,000 people in Finland. Wow, that's a massive study. In addition to having a solid foundation for building brawn, individuals with the highest predisposition to hand grip strength were found to have up to 23% lower risk of common diseases and longer life expectancy. Wow, that's crazy. This study's findings suggest that personalized genetic details on muscle strength and weakness can help doctors identify who is at risk of certain health conditions. To our knowledge, this is the first study to investigate the association between a genetic predisposition for muscle strength and various diseases on this scale, says first author, don't know what that name is, Pavi Harineen, a sports scientist from the University of whatever that says, someplace in Finland, Jyväskylä in Finland. The team thinks genetic factors that affect muscle strength may play a role in healthy aging. Muscle strength, especially hand grip strength, impacts the ability to manage age-related diseases and injuries, and evidence shows hand grip strength as a strong genetic component. Okay, you gotta have strong hand grip strength.
You have a very strong grip.
While this research provides valuable insights, Harineen and colleagues from the University of that place in Finland and the University of Helsinki emphasize that we need to explore further how lifestyle factors like physical activity interact with genetic predispositions to impact health outcomes. Okay. So I'm guessing this all just depends on genetics at the moment and not necessarily a lifestyle, like going to the gym and working out and getting better grip and grip strength. I don't know. I'm not sure. They studied 342,443 people from FinGen dataset, an international collaboration of Finnish biobanks that contains health and genetic information. Participants were aged between 40 and 108. Wow, 108. Crazy. With women making up 53%. Okay, so it's basically split down the middle. Almost 50-50. And there's part of their white paper, I'm assuming. Or workflow, there you go. Harineen and team used a recently developed polygenetic score, PGS, a single measure that summarizes the estimated effects of hundreds of thousands of genetic variants. They compared people whose genes predisposed them to stronger or weaker hand grip strength and examined how this affected their risk of 27 health outcomes, including mortality and some of Finland's most non-communicable diseases and conditions. That's a mouthful. So genes predispositions. I don't know what that means. So genes predispositions, an increased likelihood of developing a disease due to a person's genes or family history. Okay, so this is just based on family genes. Let's continue. The diseases and conditions encompassed heart and lung disease, musculoskeletal and cognitive tissue disorders, cancers, falls and fractures, and mental and cognitive disorders. They found that a higher polygenetic score for hand grip strength, PGS-HGS, was associated with a lower risk of death due to cardiovascular causes and a lower risk of death due to any cause, though the effects were small. People with a higher PGS-HGS were also less likely to develop many of the measured conditions. For example, higher PGS-HGS was associated with lower depression risk in both sexes and with lower BMI in women but not men. Why not men? Because we're getting so much muscle in our hands. The most significant effect was seen when polyarthrosis, a degenerative joint disease, and vascular dementia, a dementia caused by restricted blood flow to the brain, often from strokes. Compared to those in the lowest fifth of PGS, those in the highest fifth had a 23% lower risk of polyarthrosis and 21% lower risk of vascular dementia. Wow, that's some high percentages. So hand grip strength genetics is pretty key to not having certain diseases. Crazy. It continues. Based on our results, muscle strength, cognitive functions, and depressive disorders may be partly regulated by the same genetic background, the authors write in their published paper, adding their results highlighted the importance of maintaining adequate muscle strength throughout the lifespan. So is this something that you can achieve, or is it a genetic thing? Confused. Or is this one of those genetic things that you can gain from your environment? Don't know, not sure. The PGS HGS doesn't seem to affect how well we recover from serious adverse health events like ischemic heart disease, I think that's how you say it, ischemic heart disease, stroke, and femur fracture, including in their analysis as the likelihood of death increases in the year following the event. So regardless of whether you have the gene for a stronger PGS HGS, I guess. Wow. It seems that a genetic predisposition for higher muscle strength reflects more on the individual's intrinsic ability to resist and protect oneself against pathological changes that occur during aging than the ability to recover or completely bounce back after severe adversity. Irene, that scientist, explains that it's not going to make any difference in bouncing back if you have a severe adverse health issue or event, as they say. The team suggests that using the PGS HGS alone isn't likely useful in clinical settings. However, it could be valuable for future research to discover whether the link between muscle strength and health issues is due to direct causes or shared genetic and environmental factors. There you go. It could be used to study how lifestyle, such as physical activity, modifies human intrinsic capacity to resist diseases and whether their impact on health differs due to genetic predisposition for muscle strength, the researchers concluded. Further research is also needed to determine whether an individual's genetic predisposition for muscle strength affects exercise responses and trainability. There you go. So more to come on this research, but that's pretty crazy that your hand grip strength or your genetics for your hand grip strength can determine your lifespan. And I'm assuming your environments make a difference in that. So if you actually work out and you're doing stuff with your hand grip strength, then that's going to help you increase your lifespan. I mean, you can get hit by a truck or a bus tomorrow. That's not going to help you. But if you don't, and you don't have anything serious happen to you, like an accident or some sort of health crisis that comes out of nowhere, then your lifespan is increased. Very interesting. Anyway, I thought this story might be interesting, so I thought I'd give it a quick read. That's all I got. Anyway, see ya.